Good morning, traders. Welcome to this update on the euro dollar and pound dollar. My name is Chris from Elite Currency. Let's start with that euro dollar right away. Kind of a slow week, to be honest. The first 2 days creating a very small weekly candle here with a low at 117.60, high 118.50-ish. So nothing much as yet. I suspect that with these wicks at the long-term moving average, that some kind of retracement is still probably likely to retest the wicks here and the support maybe around the candle close and low and open here, or even the wicks here. So most likely a range territory for the moment, in my view at least, and we could see price try to dip below the 20 EMA but bounce in that zone, I suspect. That's the main thing for the moment. HMA is down. That said, of course, price could always retest the head and shoulders level as well. But ultimately, I don't expect any major breakout at this point, at least. I think it's in consolidation mode. And I think that there's a fair chance that price will stay within the range. So when it tests support or resistance, that there's a fair chance of price bouncing at those levels, basically. Okay, so let's take a look at the 4-hour chart here. And we can see that the price made a bounce at support here, made a bounce at resistance, then made again a higher low, and then again a lower high. It, respecting that 21 EMA zone for the moment and using that as resistance. And considering the current bearish price action, it seems that a breakout to the downside could take place. So if we get a push below this trend line and we get a close below the 20 EMA, that could indicate the bigger correction that I was talking about on Monday's video as well. And price could retest this support zone, which again could also be a bouncing spot back up again. If price for whatever reason starts to break above the 20 EMA, there could be a small breakout to the head and shoulders level, but would certainly be very careful of that head and shoulders level here, which could create a turn back down again. Okay, so unless I see a very clear bull flag pattern emerge here, and then a break of that flag pattern like this, or a break flag and bounce like that, I would be very careful and cautious in trading to the upside anywhere in this zone due to the resistance and likely reversal area. At this point, though, breakout to the downside does look likely. It's in a triangle at this moment. You can see that pretty clearly on the hourly chart. And so far, I think momentum is down. We've got a channel to the downside here. So within this channel and this ABC up, within another momentum down, and it looks to be more like a breakout zone at this point for downside. Key level will be this double bottom here, and but if we get a break, a flag, and continuation like that, price should, I think, drop down to 117, maybe even 116.50. Of course, be aware of 117.50, although I don't think that will be a major level for the moment. 50-minute chart is aligned to the downside, and I wouldn't be surprised if we see some break, pullback, and bounce or something like that. So that's my view for this moment. I don't think that this retracement will be ultra, super strong here. I think that that there's too much support along the way with the 20 EMA. So I do expect some bounce, basically around the 20 EMA low, maybe just a little bit below that, and there could be a bounce back up. All right, quite boring maybe at this moment, but that's just how it looks like at this point. The pound USD making a lot of roller coaster ups and downs. That's quite typical for pound as well. Now consolidating though, and it's probably at resistance as well with the head and shoulders level we talked about. Hit that, bounced at that. That could be it, and it could make the dash down to the support zone as well at anywhere between 129.50 and 130. And let's take a look at the 1-hour chart. I think for the 1-hour chart, we would need to see a break, pullback continuation to verify that the breakout is happening. But break here down looks likely. I wouldn't take that break. I think that trading that breakout itself is not that interesting, maybe. It's possible, but I would rather wait for a small little pullback on the 50-minute chart here and then a continuation lower myself. But this looks like divergence. It's running out of steam. the upside at least. I think that some retracement here very likely at this point, back into that support zone basically. Let's take a look at the 50-minute world. 50-minute world is aligned to the upside at this moment, so what we'd like to see is a push, the 21 EMA lower like that, price going into the 20 EMA, and then a bounce. That's basically kind of the pattern I want to see for this bearish retracement. If for whatever reason I'm surprised and there's a stronger bounce here to the upside than expected, then if it starts to break above this resistance trend line, there could be a breakout up into the top of that channel at around 132.25, which in my view would be a bouncing spot as well. And I would only trade it to the upside if there's a push up, flag, and break, just like with the euro dollar. Okay, so just in case there is that breakout, it could be some push up to that top of the channel. But for the moment, I'm leaning towards a break pullback continuation towards this support zone in here. That's it. Not much really else to say. I think a bit boring maybe at the moment, but that's what you get, I guess, after the strong uptrend which we had in earlier this year, earlier this month and past month. So wish you all good trading and see you next week. Cheers.